We have a art copy and call out. This one is the most outlandish one I've ever heard. So this was posted on Twitter by Twitter user 3. Their handle is _3 AEM. And they write, excuse me, the work doesn't even look alike. Your friend doesn't own the concept of a band AU, which is alternate universe. I posted my progress work and 6 eyes is the name of his technique. Girl, what are you on? This is about a post that 3 had posted, which is artwork of Gojo in a band. So Gojo, obviously, main character, one of the main characters from Jujutsu Kaisen. And 3 says, alternate universe where Gojo can pursue his music talent and becomes the lead for a band called 6 Eyes or something. Hashtag Jujutsu Kaisen, hashtag JJK. A Twitter user by the name of Rika, or the handle Rika by Toto, quote retweets that saying, casually copying my friend's work. Name of the band and all of it, like. And then Rika quote retweets their friend's artwork, and Rika adds Anna, Mira, and Pau's collab. The band is literally called the 6 Eyes in the fic 2. So this looks to be a collab artwork made by Twitter user Pau, who goes with the handle GoldStarPT. By the way, don't send hate to any of these parties. This is just how outlandish some of the stuff can be. And it is a collab between them and what looks to be 2 other people, probably Anna and Mira, which is this alternate universe artwork. So this is the alternate universe of Goga, which is like the ship in a band, or at least Gojo in the band. And it looks like, how do I pronounce his name again? Is it pronounced Goga like that? But Goga looks to be in the audience. And then 3 adds, we're bringing this up too when I've already addressed this so many times, including with the OG artist. Really stooping, huh? And then Rika had added, I'm not even surprised this isn't the first time. And they add some side-by-side artwork posted by a user by the name of Unlimited Hollow. This again looks to be an accusation of theft of 3, I guess, like copying another artwork of somebody by the name of Cooks. And then the DM reads, and this is to the person by the name of We Have Cookies. They write, this was the piece. On Tumblr, because deleted pieces can still be reblogged from other accounts. I'm making sure to turn off reblogs and private the work as well. So that looks to be something that 3 had sent to Cookies. And Cookies responds, hello, thank you for reaching out and taking all the actions to make things right. That's rare, especially recently. And I truly appreciate your approach to this matter. Such things happen and I understand. And on my end, everything is good and even. And also this looks to be another artwork of Gojo. And the 3 adds, if it's all right, I would like to send 120 USD on Coffee or PayPal. I comb through and the rest gets cropped off. And then it shows they paid $120, likely to Cookies as grievances. Not to sound ignorant or anything, because I'm not somebody who's huge into fandom stuff beyond drama, I passively hear, but isn't it possible they thought of the same thing? And likely it is very possible that they thought of the same thing, where they both thought of drawing Gojo as the lead singer of a band in an alternate universe. It's not a particularly unused concept, so it's very likely. And then I guess the biggest accusation is the fact that the band is also named 6 Eyes, right? In 3's post, they were like, yeah, it becomes a lead for a band called 6 Eyes or something. But if you guys don't know Jujutsu Kaisen, 6 Eyes is the name of Gojo's technique. So I do agree that it's completely not out of the realm of possibility that 3 literally just came up with this idea on their own because, well, if you have the name of a band, what are you going to name the band after? Goga, I guess, or his technique, which is a huge part of Gojo's character in JJK. And then 3 adds, crazy work. I have to address this in mass every single year to the exact same crowd that sees it, then goes to hide their replies. Then 3 adds, thank you for bringing this up. The hate and backlash I got was so great, it led to my improvement as an artist. But I've had to fight these allegations since then people like you don't care. Would have taken you 5 seconds to find, and it's speed paints. The post is unavailable now, but from my understanding, this was likely an AI accusation. And then a commenter says, they harassed you, so you paid them? And another person responds, no, that's an old situation where they use somebody's art as a reference in the past. So yeah, it looks like 3 had referenced Cookie's artwork for their Gojo artwork. And then after the whole situation, they paid Cookies as an apology for using their artwork as reference. And yeah, if you're not in the fandom space, which I myself am not really in either, the biggest thing is just look at it from like an art concept perspective, you know? Like the general gist is, and of course there's like the AU aspect of it as well, but the general gist of it is the accusation is that 3 stole the concept of Rika's friend's artwork. The concept being one of the main characters of Jujutsu Kaisen as the lead singer of a band named 6 Eyes. Not that the art is copied. Clearly, it's not the same art. Rika seems to be talking about the concept. And another commenter adds, 6 Eyes makes sense for a band name for Gojo because of his 6 Eyes ability. And it's often used in JJK band alternate universes. Band alternate universes have been around for forever, and no one holds a copyright over general broad concepts because that's basically a patent that could never be enforced. Which is true. I mean, it's literally like the equivalent of if you drew a Marvel character in like an everyday outfit or like a Marvel character as a maid or something. I don't know. You drew like a Valorant character as a maid. And then somebody is like, oh, how dare you draw Viper as a maid? Because I've drawn Viper as a maid. When it's not an unheard concept. So there's an image that Anon had messaged them where Anon says, "You are effing disgusting, dragging a smaller account just for clout. You were begging for likes just a few days prior and admitted keeping the post up just for the engagement it got. You don't deserve a single cent you earn. It's because of disgusting bullies like you that some go as far as committing or self-harming." And 3 says, "So I'm not allowed to say no, I did not copy? How on earth do you conflate me clearly stating that I'm defending myself against a plagiarism accusation and character assassination with dragging the account that accused me and seeking clout? How?" And the irony is that although it's AI and tracing allegations they tried to use against me caused debilitating PTSD for 2 years as I struggled to rebuild my reputation. Did they even stop to think about that? Be so for real. And 3 adds, like, is the definition of bullying not actually throwing around copying allegations, dogging me for nearly 24 hours about how you're innocent, forcing me to divulge proof of your involvement, then making an entire thread on this days later, repainting the narrative, leading to an influx of messages in my inbox saying stuff like this, leaving out facts like your DMs were off and your friend had me blocked when she made the post that I was literally telling people not to harass you and supporting your work. And here we have more DMs from Anon saying you're 100% a bully and after all that you still couldn't get the likes you wanted. LMAO. Your art's just as soulless as you. Tracer, no tracing. So this is a post from somebody called Pow, who could be, their handle is redacted, it could be the Pow that the original quote retweeter was defending, being like, oh, this is the person you stole art from. This Pow person says, "I just saw a banner of a beautiful Gojo eye with a reflection of a guy inside, and I liked it thinking, wow, and I decided to check out the artist account and I saw they ship Gojo with another character, and I realized that guy wasn't Geto. I removed the like, you can't copy our shit." And a commenter says, "That last screenshot sounds so chronically online, what the F? Why are shippers always so feral?" So it's really 50-50 at the end of the day. Some people on Twitter are like, oh, well, you should just kept your mouth shut because like if you got PTSD from all the Twitter bullying, then you keeping this post up is just doing the same thing to other people. But other people on Twitter are like, yeah, well, the smaller accounts started it. So you're just defending yourself from what they started. I feel like it just goes into the bigger issue because this happens with the bigger creators in general when a much smaller account is the one that starts something where if the bigger creator even does anything to defend themselves, then the narrative immediately switches to, oh, you're bullying small creators or you're bullying the small account. So it's essentially kind of like a lose-lose for the bigger creator in a scenario like this because you either defend yourself and then people call you a bully for sending harassment to smaller accounts, or you don't defend yourself and then people just continue to say that you are copying the ideas of smaller creators, etc. It really is like a lose-lose. This is not the first time that we've seen it happen. There's been like many other cases of bigger creators who had copying allegations levied at them from a smaller artist, either did or did not hold any water. So at the end of the day, it's your interpretation of whether it's valid or not, but don't send hate to any parties involved. At the end of the day, it's just really wild that there can be things like this happening. Because it's such a general concept, man. That's at least to me, right? Like, if it was something hyper specific, then we could really argue that, okay, maybe the concept is borrowed, but like Gojo as the lead singer of a band is not a specific thing at all. The biggest thing is, would this copyright hold up in a court of law? And the answer is no. So you can't copyright the concept of a band lead singer. It just doesn't work. If you like the video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Don't forget to check me out on VGen. I'm there now. And on Coffee, I have free resources for streamers and artists. And I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. So I hope to catch you guys there or in another video.